Hi guys, hope you're all doing good. I'm happy to meet you all in this today's video. So today we are going to talk about stakeholder management, how to build trust with the stakeholders, how do I better manage a situation with the stakeholder, right? So it's all about stakeholder management. Before I get to the topic, I want to make sure we have one understanding very clear. What is the difference between a stakeholder and a customer, right? So many of us think that a stakeholder means a customer, but actually it's not. In a way, it's correct. Customer can be a stakeholder, but stakeholder is much more broader than a customer. A stakeholder can be anyone around you, anyone who is concerned with you, right? Anyone who is related to your actions, to your tasks, say, to your deliverables. So it can be your peers, it can be your colleagues, it can be your manager, it can be your team, it can be your internal management, it can be your external customer, or it can be anyone else. It can be your vendor, it can be your other external service providers, anyone for that reason. So everybody is a stakeholder. And this is officially, and if you look at personally also, for example, your family members are your stakeholders. Your friends are your stakeholders because they all have a concern on you, right? In something related to you. So anything that's going to be concerned around you, in and around you, those people are going to be your stakeholders, right? So I hope you are clear with this, right? So now I just want to make sure that we are just not talking about customer, right? We are talking about stakeholder in a broader level, right? Okay, now let's understand how do we make sure that we have a very good trust with the stakeholder, or how do we make sure that we have a good relationship with them? How do we manage it better, right? So that's all about. And from my experience, I have jotted down a few points, maybe 3 to 4 points that I would like to say. Let's go through it one by one. Number one is understanding the context. That has to be very, very well prepared. Reading the context of the discussions or the meeting is very important, right? So it can be like, you have to prepare, you have to know the purpose of the meeting, right? And second, you have to know what is the expected outcome of the discussion, right? And see who are the other participants within the discussion, right? And then also make sure that you are well prepared in your mind with respect to the context, right? So preparing your mind well ahead of the discussion is very important. So understanding the context, what is the purpose of the meeting, what is it all about, what is the outcome of it, who are the other participants in this meeting. So those are very important things. So that's number one, understanding the context. Now number two is reading the situation, right? Situation reading is extremely important in any role you do or any job that you go in, not just for the purpose of stakeholder management. It cut across everything that you do. Reading the situation and acting accordingly is very important. So it also applies here as well. So in the first step, you understood the context. Now in the second step, you have to see, this context which I have understood, when I have to apply on which situation, what is situation around, right? So because the same thought process or the same context will not apply for all the situations, will not work that way. So there are different situations where you have to think or tweak your context or tweak your thought process a little bit. For example, it can be an emergency situation, it can be a mission critical requirement, right? Or it can be a tactical or a strategical kind of a discussion. So you're just, if your context is very flat, it doesn't apply all the situations. So you have to think accordingly. So fitting the context in the right situation is extremely important. That's number two. Number three is make sure you review your proposal at least a couple of times, right? What are you going to say in that meeting? What are your point of views, right? So what are you going to submit from your point of view, for your discussions in the discussions in front of the other participants? What is that you are going to do? right? So review that a couple of times or maybe several times. You never know when you want to change some things what you talk, and be smart and be vigilant in the meeting, so that because the reading the context can miss a few things, or the situation reading can also miss a few things, and those things can be little, if you are little vigilant and if you are little smart enough, then you can change things dynamically in the discussion. So that is very important for a stakeholder meeting, right, or for a stakeholder discussions. It can be with anyone within the internal meeting or internal discussion. There may be some ideas, or there may be a campaign that they want to see what the thought process is, what the solution for it, what the best fit for it, and all those things, right? And make sure that when you are reviewing your proposal, make sure that you have a sensible solution to the context, right? And also make sure that it is a win-win situation it's a win-win proposal, it's a win-win solution for all of the people around you, all the stakeholders, right? So it cannot be a win-loss situation or a loss-win situation. It should be a win-win. It should be a mutual satisfaction. It should be a mutual benefiting situation. That's how your proposal or your solution should be. So please review this more than once, right? So that's very important. And last thing that I would like to say is, guys, very important thing, try to be very modest and try to be very honest, right? So this is very important. The reason I'm saying is, there are people I have seen where if there are some, of course there will be a lot of discussions, questions, clarifications requested, and it will go on like that. So if you, at some point of time, if you're stuck, or if you don't know how to clarify it, or if you're not sure about it, then please be transparent about it. Don't try to go around your answers, or people call it as beating around the bush, right? So don't do all those. Don't try to fool around. It's not possible. You may think that you are as intelligent as possible, but believe me, the person sitting on the other side of the table is also equivalently smart enough as you are equally knowledgeable enough in the subject that you are trying to discuss. So please keep this in mind, right? So it's not just about you, it's about the perception that you see about everyone, because these are all very important points where people will have some trust in you, right? Because these are all the perceptions and the things they receive and make a image of you, right? So how well prepared you are, how well you have understood the context, how well you have understood the requirement, how well you have fit that into the situation, how well you are reading the situation, how well you are reading the others' situation. That's important. And third is how well you are trying to find a way out, right? How are you thinking about to find a way out? Just simply saying it's not possible, that's not going to be an acceptable solution. So you have to find a way out, and that way out has to be a win-win situation, mutually beneficial. So these are all very important. And lastly is about how you actually accept things, how you say, it's all about your transparency and your knowledge and your honesty, right? Be sure, if you are not sure on your answers, then please say that, or please convey that in a way that they will accept it. Say that I'm not really sure about this, maybe I need to consult another expert, or I may need to come back to you on this, right? So, but don't try to make your own answers and try to make it more complicated, right? So that will not go well with anyone, and that gives a wrong perception, and wrong perception is not going to do any good to your trust, and then you lose your stakeholder, and that's it, and they go move on with someone else who they trust with, right? So that's the whole point. And last thing I would like to say, I just instantly I'm getting this thought, if you say something that you will get back or you will find something for them, please do so. I see a lot of people forget it, and the stakeholder has to follow it. Even a colleague, if someone is asking me for a solution, Senthil, do you know this? Yeah, maybe I check and get back to you. Please do so. So these are some of the things that will help you guys to build a good relationship or a good trust with anyone, any of your stakeholders. So I hope these few thoughts would have helped you guys. It's just my experiences that I'm talking about. Again, you can share your experiences with me. You can comment as well and give me the feedback. And lastly, I want to say before I conclude this video, I was talking to many of my friends who's watching my videos, and many of them say that I don't see your videos at all, or I didn't know that you have posted so many videos. So that means they have not subscribed, or they have not clicked the bell button to receive all the alerts when I post the videos. So please don't forget to subscribe or press that button so that you receive my videos. That's the whole point that I'm doing this with these efforts. So there's else it'll be pointless, right? So please do click that red button, subscribe, and then next to that there is a bell button. Click that and then click all. So these are the 3 steps that you have to do, and then you receive all my videos as soon as I posted it, right? So guys, thanks for your time. Thanks for watching this video. I'm happy to meet you guys in this opportunity. I will also try to meet you in next opportunity. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.